So I tried Aseprite, the holy grail of pixel art tools, and made these for animations. Run, jump, slide and dash. And you know what? It was quite easy. I haven't had so much fun with an art tool since I broke through the frustration walls of Blender. But why the hell should I switch from 3D to pixel art? There are a few things that speak in favor of this, besides the super obvious ones like how 3D art is more complex to produce. If you see this character Leah here I made for my Dune-like game with Unreal Engine 4, that took me several weeks to somehow make and implement her into the engine, while this character and the implementation in Godot would take me half an hour. So pixel art is forgiving, because you don't have to go into so much detail. Characters and environments are broken down to the essentials in terms of representation. It's more about the shape. This simplifies the design without negatively affecting the player's imagination. In fact, it inspires it. It's one of the few art styles that evolved from certain limitations, such as the hardware back then. So bound to canvas size and a color palette. But yeah, with today's devices, this comes with a heavy advantage. It's not hardware hungry, it has low requirements and works on nearly every device. Many pixel art games or little prototypes are like this one, Ballad of Steel. It is a little game from a game jam that can be played in the browser. Games playable in the browser or with having low requirements mean fewer barriers for potentially interested playtesters. And of course, pixel art has a cool retro vibe, which reminds me of the old good days. But it also ages differently than 3D art, or better said, it doesn't really age due to its super stylized nature. A good thing. And now that we know a little about the art style, let's talk about the tool Aseprite itself. What can it do? You can do portraits, environments, but also, which I use it for, 2D animations. You can create sprite sheets, full asset packs like tiles and other stuff for your game. How does Aseprite work? This is currently the slide animation I made. Let's just assume we want to create something new. So you go to File, New, and then you choose the canvas size. I go with the same as here, 32x32. You can leave the rest as it is. And there we go. You see, in difference to the other one, we currently just have one layer. And we can select it and paint on it. Currently we have selected this blue stuff here. You can of course adjust the sprite, the brush size over here, like 4 pixels. And if you hit E on your keyboard, you go directly, you see the toolbar here on the right for the eraser. Of course, you can also change the pixel size of this. Hitting B for brush will lead you back to the painting mode. So if we just paint a little rectangle here, we could say, and it's a little bit hidden, current frame 1, can hit the little plus here. And then we have the second one. Let's just select this second frame because it automatically created a copy of the first frame. Let's go to the second frame, hit the layer and press V. Then you can move the painted stuff. Just move it to the middle here and add another frame. Hitting V, moving it again. So it created a little movement. You can hit play. Then it automatically loops the stuff you've drawn. You can also, to take a closer look, by right-clicking on the play button, you can change playback speed. Going back to normal. And these are really the absolute basics. This is all you need to create such an animation. But as a little tip, for me it helped to divide the body in certain parts, like the head, and move it independently from the rest. This breaks the whole task of animation into like smaller tasks. I'm always beginning with the head, positioning it, then the torso follows, and then I do the legs and the arms. I gave them specific colors so they are easy recognizable. This is just for prototyping and to give a good indication what actually is happening there. So if you got some questions about that, please let me know in the comments. I try to answer them the best I can. My tries and results. I first went with a bigger character, like 48 pixels, but I thought, man, that's too much detail. I will never get finished. So I went with a smaller canvas size, 32 by 32 pixels, and a character that is close to a stickman, which is not far away from only drawing the motion. When you think in terms of animations, that's the way you start with it. So lowest detail possible to learn with, but at least with a little detail like the bun of the girl character. I tried to go later with a game with 480 by 270 canvas size using 16 by 16 tiles. So in size comparison it would look like this. Yeah, and every animation took me like 2 to 3 hours. And you can do this too. Actually, there are great learning sources out there. There are 2 big channels I would recommend on YouTube, with the first one being Adam C. Junis, who's currently making his own game Insignia. It's a pixel art adventure game made with Unity. He has a lot of stuff about the right canvas size, characters, and there's a playlist on his channel. It's called Pixel Art Class. Definitely give it a go. The other one is Brandon James Greer, who is developing also a game on its own. It's more a Pokemon-like, I would say. Reminds me of the old editions like Silver, Gold, Blue or Red. His stuff is also really great and timeless. Personally, I use another source to learn with. There's a blog called Studio Miniboss, and it's made by the artist of Celeste or Towerfall. He comes with a lot of GIF files that teach you how to animate, how to use color palettes, how to do portraits, how to give the illusion of light, or specific tips on creating top-down art or side-scroller art. This stuff is all for free, but you can support him on Patreon, which I think is, due to the amount of content here, just fair. And the last one, let me give you some little tip on buying this. Get the Humble Bundle, so you get the program plus the Steam key. This is $20 for a lifetime and definitely worth it. I hope this gave you a little impression of Aseprite. Thank you for watching. Bye.